I thought I was her world, until I realized I wasn't even on the guest list. I always believed that silence meant peace. That if there were no arguments, no shouting, no slammed doors, then everything must be fine. I was wrong. Silence doesn't always mean peace. Sometimes, it means something is already broken, and no one cares enough to fix it. How's the life I thought I had? My name is Daniel. I'm not perfect. Never claimed to be. But I was loyal. The kind of man who stayed late at work not because he loved his job, but because he wanted to give his wife a better life. Her name was Alina. She had this laugh, the kind that filled a room and made everything feel lighter. When we first met, I used to think, if I can protect that smile, I'll be happy for the rest of my life. So I tried. God, I tried. I worked longer hours. Cancelled plans with friends. Ignored my own exhaustion. All for us. Or at least, what I thought was us. Crescent moon the night everything changed. It was a Thursday. Nothing special. Just another long day. But around 8 p.m., my boss told me I could leave early. I remember smiling. Not because I was tired. But because I thought, I'll surprise her. I even stopped on the way home. Bought her favorite dessert. Chocolate mousse cake from that little bakery she loved. The one she once said, if you ever want to make me forgive you instantly, bring me this. Funny, right? How the smallest memories become the heaviest later. The empty house. When I opened the door, I knew something was off. The lights were dim. No music. No TV. No sign of her. Just stillness. At first, I thought maybe she stepped out. But then I noticed something strange. The living room was cleaner than usual. Too clean. Like someone had prepared it for something. But left. Or finished. I didn't understand it then. I wish I didn't understand it later either. Mobile phone the moment that broke me. I sat down, waiting. Scrolling through my phone. That's when I saw it. A story. Posted by someone I knew. A mutual friend. At first, I almost skipped it. But something made me tap. And just like that, my world shifted. There it was. My house. Bright. Decorated. Full of people. Music blasting. Glasses clinking. Laughter echoing. A party. Inside my house. My heart started pounding. No, this must be old, I whispered to myself. But the timestamp said, posted 2 minutes ago. I felt my chest tighten. I tapped again. Another angle. More people. More laughter. And then, horror. Broken heart, her smile. But not for me. She stood in the middle of the room. Wearing a dress I had never seen before. Hair done. Makeup perfect. Laughing. Alive. Happy. But not the kind of happy I had seen in months. This was different. This was free. And then I heard it. Her voice. Clear. Unfiltered. Careless. I'm so glad he's not here tonight. I can finally breathe. I stopped breathing. Literally. Like my body forgot how. My hands went cold. My vision blurred. I replayed it. Again. And again. And again. Hoping, praying. That I misheard. But I didn't. Brain the questions that destroy you. In that moment, your mind doesn't think logically. It attacks you. Was I suffocating her? Was I too controlling? Too boring? Too easy to ignore? Or was I just blind? Hourglass not done waiting in silence. I didn't go back. I didn't confront her. I didn't crash the party. Because something inside me already knew. If I saw it with my own eyes, I wouldn't survive it. So I stayed. Alone. In the dark. Waiting. Hours passed. Each minute felt like a slow cut. Then finally, at 1:47 a.m., the door opened. Footprints, the stranger in my home. She walked in quietly, trying not to wake me. Like I was a guest. Not her husband. I closed my eyes, pretending to sleep. I heard her heels click softly. Her bag drop. Her breath. Light. Happy. Satisfied. Not guilty. Never guilty. And then, something hit me harder than anything else. She didn't check on me. Not even once. Sunrise, the morning lie. The next morning, she smiled at me. Like nothing happened. "Good morning," she said casually. "Morning," I replied. My voice felt foreign. I asked her one simple question. "How was your night?" She didn't hesitate. "Nothing special. Just stayed home." That's when I realized. The party wasn't the worst part. The lie was. Envelope with arrow, the message that ended everything. Later that day, I got a message. From someone unexpected. Her friend. "I think you deserve to know." My heart sank. And when she sent the photo, everything inside me went numb. Horror. With another man. Close. Too close. Smiling in a way she hadn't smiled at me in a long time. "They've been together for months," the message said. Months. While I was working late. While I was fixing problems that didn't exist. While I was loving someone who had already left me. Fire, the moment of clarity. That's when it hit me. I wasn't losing her. I had already lost her. I was just the last one to know. School backpack, the walk away. The next morning, I packed. Not out of anger, but out of understanding. There's a difference. Anger makes you react. Understanding makes you leave. I left a note. I walked out. And I didn't look back. Mobile phone, her regret. Calls. Messages. Excuses. Tears. Begging. But none of it mattered anymore. Because the moment she said, "I can finally breathe," she had already let me go. Sunrise, the final truth. Sometimes, the person you love is the person you have to walk away from. Not because you stopped loving them, but because they stopped choosing you. Light bulb. I didn't leave immediately. Not this time. Instead, I stayed quiet. I acted normal. I watched. For the next few days, I became someone she never expected. Silent. Observing. Detached. She thought she was getting away with everything. The secret calls. The hidden smiles. The late night errands. But what she didn't know was, I already knew everything. And I wasn't planning to fight her. I was planning something else. Performing arts, the perfect setup. A week later, she told me, "I'm going to my friend's birthday this Friday." I smiled. Of course. Have fun. Inside, I knew exactly where she was going. Him. So I made a plan. Not out of anger, but closure. The kind that doesn't need shouting. The kind that makes the truth speak for itself. Party popper the night of truth. Friday came. She dressed up. Looked at herself in the mirror longer than usual. And before leaving, she said, "Don't wait up." I smiled again. "I won't." But instead of staying home, I followed. Not like a desperate husband, but like a man who needed to see the final truth with his own eyes. The location? A house. Not ours. Music. Lights. Laughter. Another party. I walked in. Calm. Steady. Uninvited. Broken heart the moment everything stopped. The music faded in my ears. Because there she was. In his arms. Laughing. The same laugh I once thought belonged to me. And then someone noticed me. "Hey, isn't that her husband?" Silence. Real silence this time. She turned. Saw me. And in that moment, her face changed. From happiness to fear. High voltage, the most powerful moment. I didn't shout. I didn't argue. I didn't even look at him. I just looked at her. And said calmly, "You don't have to hide anymore." The room felt heavy. People avoided eye contact. No one laughed now. She walked toward me, shaking. "It's not what you think." I raised my hand slightly. Not to stop her physically, but to stop the lies. "Don't," I said quietly. "For once, just don't lie." Tears filled her eyes. But I felt nothing. No anger. No sadness. Just clarity. Fire the final strike. I reached into my pocket. Pulled out my phone. And played the video. Her voice echoed in the room. "I can finally breathe." Everyone heard it. Every single person. She covered her mouth. Crying. Shaking. Broken. But not because she lost me. Because she got exposed. Door the final walk. I looked at her one last time. And said, "Now you can breathe, permanently." Then I turned. And walked away. No drama. No revenge. Just truth. Sunrise after that night. She tried calling. Begging. Crying. But something had changed inside me. I wasn't hurting anymore. I was done. Weeks later, I heard she lost him too. Turns out, a man who helps someone cheat isn't someone you can trust either. Lightbulb life lesson. People don't lose you by accident. They lose you by choice. And sometimes, their biggest punishment is realizing what they lost when it's too late. One day, I came home early. I wanted to surprise my wife. But the house was empty. Something felt off. So I checked my phone. And that's when I saw it. A party. In my own house. Everyone was there. Except me. Then I heard her voice in a video. "I'm glad he's not here. I can finally breathe." In that moment, I realized I wasn't her partner anymore. I was her burden. Open book. The next morning, I asked her, "How was your night?" She smiled and said, "Nothing special. I stayed home." She lied. Later that day, one of her friends messaged me. "You deserve to know the truth." She sent me a photo. My wife, with another man. Close. Comfortable. Happy. Then came the truth. Backhand index pointing right, they had been together for months. That's when it hit me. I wasn't losing her. I had already lost her. Open book. I didn't argue. I didn't fight. I didn't beg. I just packed my things. Before leaving, I wrote a note. I know everything. And now, I choose myself. Then I walked away. Later, she called. Texted. Begged. But it was too late. Because the moment she chose someone else, she lost me. Red Heartfire final message. You can never be enough for someone who has already decided you are not the one.